planting and transplanting, these are the ingredients that I'm going to use. Osmocote and slow-release fertilizer, and I use the vitamin B as a kind of to keep the plants from showing so much shock transplanting. And this is diluted, 1 tablespoon per gallon. Now, it's really nice if you've got nice fresh pots, but not all of us have nice fresh pots. We're going to reuse them. So they may have a little salt deposits on the bottom, left over from the fertilizer from last year. So get your steel brush out, give those a good cleaning. Then the inside's going to have the same problem with a little of that excess fertilizer. If by chance this pot might have had some sort of disease in it last year, it's a good idea to dip it in a 10% bleach solution. Let it sit in there a couple of minutes, take it out and rinse it off with water, and then it's all ready to go. That's a pot. We're going to use a coarse soil mixture. Fuchsias do not like real soggy roots, so this allows for fast drainage and keeps them from getting that real soggy root problem. I'm going to put about, just a little less than an inch in the bottom of the pot, and I'm going to put a little Osmocote in that mixture. About a tablespoon. So it looks like this. You want to mix it up so you're not going to get the roots just directly in contact with the Osmocote. It's a heat sensitive, so when the heat gets above about 70 degrees, that's when it's going to start to work. To our plant next, you want to look at the bottom. You should have some small feeder roots coming out. Got hopefully more than one stem. That's going to make you a much bushier plant. You can see we have lots of new starts coming out all the way. When you take it out, you should have nice, white, flexible feeder roots. If you've got heavy rope roots all the way around, that plant's been in that pot too long. It's just not going to thrive as well, if at all. So you want these nice, white, flexible feeder roots. What we're going to do is tease them just a little bit. Set it down. I'm going to be, top of the old pot was right about here, so we're going to drop it down about an additional inch. Tap it in so it's nice and sturdy in here. You don't want air around the roots. Now, it's a little bit bushy. We have these long, leggy outcroppings here that we need to trim back in order to make it a much bushier plant. This one was stopped or pinched in this location. You can see that it's got 2 new sets of leaves coming out. You want to go 2 nodes, 1, 2, and pinch it again. This one we're going to come out 1. I'm going to stop it right here. It lacked a little light, which gave it that long inner node. 1, 2, right here. You can see we got 2 already starting. Again, I'm going to take it back to here. You got 2 new starts already. One, two, can't quite get that guy yet. There. We'll get new starts out of here, 2 out of here, 2 out of here, 2 out of here, and it's just going to multiply and make it a much bushier plant all the way around, and more shapely. You want to put a little slow release fertilizer on the top, about a tablespoonful. Do not work it in, it stays on the top. A little of the dilute vitamin B to kind of counteract that transplant shock. I started with damp soil already, so it doesn't need a lot of water. Labels quite often have a nice dark appearance to them, but once they get out in the sun, that's going to fade. So I find that it's always a good idea to write that name on there with pencil. Pencil is not going to fade. You always want to label your products so you know what you've got in the pot.